The kids of Elm Street don't know it yet, but something is coming to get them.
There's something out there, isn't there?
No one knows where it came from or who it will visit next. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Help me, please!
Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street. Rated R.
Hey guys, how's it going tonight? Hope you're ready for a fun evening of Nightmare on Elm Street with our special guest, Jason Knight. How's it going, Jason?
Good. What's up, everyone? Hey, Josh, thanks for having me on.
I'm glad to have you on for the first episode of Nightmare at Camp Blood.
I like that.
In the little video I played there, I don't know if you noticed, but I changed the intro song to be the little bit Nightmare, a little bit Jason from the beginning of Freddy vs. Jason. Let's see here. I got a
very
few
clever.
people in.
Very clever.
How's everybody doing tonight? See who we get in the chat here. Hey, Justin Jones, how's it going?
Hey, Justin.
Once we get a few people in here, I'll probably play that again just so someone can see it, because I think I started it before too many people was in there. So before we get started, Jason, I want to know, what is your favorite thing about Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1?
My favorite thing?
Yeah.
I think just how scary this movie really is. And I've always said how it gets under your skin, it gets in your bones. Like after you watch it, especially in a dark basement like this. I always say, watch it in the middle of the night in a basement, then see how you feel after. It's just that overall fear of this movie. And I think why it works like that is because we have to fall asleep eventually, right? So I think that's why this movie really gets into your bones. And for sure, yeah, I think that's why I like it. And it's such an iconic villain. I don't think they knew what they really created when this movie come out at the time. So
yeah, I don't think they thought they would strike gold quite as much as they did when Freddy was created. Like, they wanted to probably ride in the coattails of Jason and Michael Myers and all that, and I think they were hoping they would like strike big, but I think he was a little more popular than they would have expected him to be.
And unique.
Yeah, unique. And he's actually, as much as I love like Friday the 13th and Halloween, Freddy is actually my number one favorite horror villain of all the main baddies.
Yeah, I'm still a Jason guy, but this movie is my favorite horror film of all time.
Oh.
And it switches with Psycho, Nightmare on Elm Street. It just depends what, but basically it's in my top 3 all the time. Never changes.
Yeah, I really love Nightmare on Elm Street 1. I think I'm over a fan of a couple of the other entries, like maybe Dream Warriors and New Nightmare. But I do love Nightmare 1. Freddy's definitely at his scariest in this movie. You can tell he's not messing around like he is in the later entries, like kind of like toying with his prey. He's like getting right up in there and killing them. So
yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, so who we got in the chat so far? Hey there, Evil Bread. Nice to see you back in the chat. How late is it for you tonight?
For me?
For Evil Bread, they live over in the UK, I believe, so it's a little later for them right now. Hey, Miss C, how's it going? Yeah, Dream Warriors is really great. I agree. It's either that or New Nightmare is my favorite. I can't decide. I go back and forth. Let's get a few more of you guys in here now. I'm just going to play that video one more time before we get going.
The kids of Elm Street don't know it yet, but something is coming to get them.
There's something out there, isn't there?
No one knows where it came from or who it will visit next. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Help me, please!
Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street. Rated R.
Rated R, so I hope you're all old enough to watch this. I tried to find a really old, like, retro trailer, like it was ripped right from a VHS, so Hopefully that works for everybody.
I love it.
Let's see here. So are you guys in the chat? Are you guys ready to go? I've got it loaded up here at 0 seconds.
Oh, I'm at.
Oh, where are you at?
Well, it's all right. I'm watching it digitally. Just let me do something here, so I can get my spot. Okay, I'm at triple zeros for me.
Me too.
Hey Heather, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Heather? Nice to have you all in the chat tonight. Thanks for joining us, by the way. If you guys are ready, we're going to start this here in a few seconds. I'll do a countdown so you all can hit play with us. I'll start from 5, and when I say go, hit play at go. You ready, J-Man?
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Perfect. Put on full screen. Now I'm good. Right, this here is just... I love how you see him make his weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, his weapon is definitely the most personal of the main big three baddies. Like, sure, Michael uses a kitchen knife and Jason uses a machete, but Freddy actually crafted his own weapon to kill the kids with.
And it's unique.
Yeah,
Again.
no, very, very. Freddy himself was unique. Like, he wasn't just a regular slasher like everyone else at the time.
And you notice in this one, he doesn't have stripes in this one on his sweater. The original sweater has just red sleeves with stripes just on the body.
Oh, okay.
Watch closely. You'll see. Well, you might not see it here.
Whenever he shows up.
You can see it on his sleeve.
Oh, yeah, right there, the red sleeve, yep.
Great logo, too.
Oh, yeah, I love that logo. That's the same one I used for, I found that title for the thumbnail for our video, or for our stream.
Yeah, this is great.
I like that they ended up reusing the goats in Freddy vs. Jason later on, like how they use it in this scene here.
And this score here, man, if you just listen to it, it actually raises my blood pressure. It actually makes me anxious. This music is very, and I think that's what helps with the scene, right? Like helps with the mood of the movie.
Yeah, it might not be quite as a famous score as like Halloween, but when you hear it, you definitely know it's Nightmare on Elm Street. It has a like sense of dread and like building up, kind of.
And right there is really good symbolism too, because she's set up as okay, we're gonna follow Tina or whoever this is, yeah. But that lamb is like a symbolism leading the lamb to the slaughter. So he's actually, Wes is giving you a hint that she is gonna die. If you because it's like Christian symbolism, it's like something biblical.
Yeah.
And he was a Baptist teacher or something like that.
I definitely like that he pulled like a fast one on the audiences back then with setting her up as the main character, as they kind of did with like Drew Barrymore during Scream night in the 90s. Not really the same opening or anything like that, but same idea how this opening blonde girl is thought to be the main character.
Same with Psycho, right? With Marion Crane.
Yep, same thing.
But you're following her for half the movie, though.
Yeah, a lot longer. I suppose she's a lot more famous than Tina, and probably even a lot more famous than Drew Barrymore was.
You get a claustrophobic feel here, too, because the camera is following you in these tight spaces, right?
Yeah, all the nightmares in this one actually feel scary rather than like kind of jokey, goofy.
Did you see how she was running in one spot there? Like a dream, right? Where you're not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah. And I remember having dreams like that when I was younger, that like trying to run on a hallway and I'm just running in slow motion, and it sucks. It'd be horrifying with this guy coming after you.
This would be a good jump scare, I could imagine. If he right there, he timed it really well.
Yeah. I wish I could like. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, clearly we know it's a nightmare she had now.
Yeah.
Like we're just.
Before we weren't sure what was going on.
Look at that. That's great.
And then the claw marks. Like how she's like, cut your fingernails. That's the solution.
Yeah, like that's what caused that.
She must be like Wolverine.
Oh, here's a nice hazy look. Almost looks like it's still a dream.
And that like eternal rhyme that I always hear in my head after seeing just one of these movies, the 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Yeah.
That is the pretty much the one thing I always go back to in a Freddy movie is that the rhyme, the little girl's doing the jump rope. As long as that's in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, I end up being happy. And I don't I haven't really seen Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 that many times, but I kind of forget if that movie does it or not.
I try to forget that movie.
Yeah. I was going to joke with you and say that we were watching that tonight instead, and it was like a bait and switch. But yeah,
I just watched A Quiet Place too.
Like I haven't seen that yet. How was it?
It's on Prime now, buddy. For free, like if you have Prime.
Oh, really?
It's fucking not as good as the first one, but it's very good though.
Oh, really? It's not as good as the first one. I heard some people say it was, and some people say it wasn't.
I don't think so. I look at it like this: it's the Aliens of their franchise.
But I like Aliens.
so do I. But it's a quicker, faster pace. But I'll probably punch out a review tomorrow, like record it tomorrow. I probably won't get it edited because it's fresh in my mind now, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I really enjoyed it though. The continuity from the first right into this is really good.
I'm definitely excited to watch that. I've got to watch that, and I've got to watch the new Megan Fox one, Till Death, because I was away for a week, so I missed a bunch of shit. I didn't get to watch Fear Street Part 2 until I came back on Sunday, which I loved, by the way.
And then The Conjuring 3 I'll get to on July 23rd because it's going to get cheaper.
Oh, yeah. Is it still Premier Access right now?
Yeah, but theaters open Friday here now. So
yeah, mine are open too. I went and saw Black Widow, which it was okay.
Here we got Johnny Depp, everyone.
In his first role.
Right? He shows acting chops at his first movie.
It's funny though. It's just like he actually looks like a regular person here versus like kooky Johnny Depp that we have now. Not that I'm saying he's not a regular person,
and I really buy that. I really buy these are all high school friends. They're all very real.
Yeah, this interaction is very realistic feeling. Yeah. Yeah, actually, usually always makes me laugh too. Just them like laughing at him while he's like having this phone call. The special effects tape gone wrong.
Heather Langenkamp's so good in this movie.
Oh yeah, I love her as Nancy. She's my favorite Nightmare protagonist in the whole franchise for sure.
She's my favorite final girl. Well, no, Sarah. I think Sarah Connor may be my favorite.
Oh really?
Yeah,
but for horror, it's
for Nancy. Pure horror, I guess, because I considered the first one a horror movie.
Oh, okay.
Terminator. I'm one of those people who thinks it not maybe a slasher, but a horror.
I can see that.
But let's take that argument out of the equation. It would be Nancy for sure.
Yeah.
I'm one of these people, and a lot of people disagree with me. I find Sid Prescott. I find she's I think maybe regurgitation is too harsh.
Ouch. Yeah.
She's modeled after Nancy. You completely tell. And she's basically Nancy 2.0, except we know what happens. I used to say she's a regurgitated Nancy, but I think I'm being too harsh on that. Okay, well, you know what? She's the '90s version of Nancy.
Yeah, I would agree. I agree with that. '90s Nancy.
Because I'm actually warming up to Sydney. The last time I watched Scream, there was a few moments in there I really liked with her, but had nothing to do with her fighting. It was just her in the bathroom when they're all making fun of her and they're saying, and the tears are coming down her face. I kind of like that. I thought that was a good moment.
Yeah, I honestly I've always loved Sydney. Even in a movie like, actually I don't. I was gonna shit on Scream 3, but I actually do like Scream 3. But even in a movie like Scream 3, I liked her in it, even though she's only in it a little bit.
Sorry, Brian. I'll take it back. Forgot I'm not on my channel.
Wait, we have someone saying something in the comments here.
He said you take that shit back right now.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say I am a Sydney fan. So honestly, if Sydney was to die in Scream 5, I would be extremely pissed off. I don't think they'll do that, but if it did, I would be I'd be a sour horror fan.
I'm just not the biggest Scream fan. Tried, trust me.
Check some of the comments here.
Rod. Hey, look at Nancy here. It's her who stopped the guy with the knife and took the knife out of his hand. Where Johnny's kind of like, you know what I mean? She's got a lot of she faces things. She faces
it head on. Although she probably should be. Well, she probably knows Rod pretty well enough to know that he won't stab her.
I think so.
But at the same time, it does show her character that she's not going to take any bullshit. Do you guys mind hanging around while we bang upstairs?
Yeah. I love this line coming up where Johnny's like, morality sucks. Here, too, she stands up to her boyfriend, no problem. She's just like, little bitch.
We're not here to have sex, Glenn. We're here to make sure that they have sex. Because it was scary. Yeah, I love Nancy in this in part 3, and then Heather in New Nightmare. All 3 of her appearances, I'm a really big fan of. I wish she honestly was in, like, I know she couldn't technically be in Freddy vs. Jason, but if she came back again, I'd be totally happy with it.
Yeah.
I know the actress kind of talked about wanting to come back for another Nightmare on Elm Street movie. However, that would work, but who knows if that'll ever end up happening now.
Yeah.
Evil Brett says, yep, he didn't get the stripes until part 2. He's also only burned in his face and slight in his chest. They can go for a full burn until Freddy's Revenge 2. Yep, you're right about that. He also had kind of a different look in Freddy's Revenge 2. He kind of took until part 3 to really become like Freddy.
Yeah, he's got a witchy look, a demonic look in number 2, which is my favorite look, actually, and there's no second one.
It's like a less extreme version of his look in Freddy vs. Jason when he jumps out of the water and he's all pissed off at Laurie for like around in the dream. Hello, Apollo Balboa.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Nightmare's built up with a mythological structure. Nancy elevates from beginning the final girl to Freddy's nemesis. Yeah, that's why the stuff that goes on in Dream Warriors has always made me sad at the end. Like, I remember seeing Dream Warriors for the first time, being like super upset at the stuff that goes on at the end of that. I won't spoil it here, but I'm sure you've all seen it. So
yeah. Upcoming is my favorite kill in horror history of all time.
This is great.
It's build up, right? I love build up to a kill, not just the kill. And you already like her. You already like Tina.
Yeah.
You feel bad for her that her mom doesn't give a shit about her, really, and she's having these nightmares.
It'd be amazing to go into this movie and be able to watch it for the first time without like knowing that Nancy's a main character of the Nightmare franchise or anything like that. Can just like go fresh into it knowing nothing.
I wish, buddy.
There's a lot of movies I'd be great for. You're not huge on Scream, you said, but Scream 1 especially, that'd be really great to go back and watch without knowing.
I love the intro of the Scream 1, though. It's one of my favorite intros.
Oh, perfect.
I love it. I think the tone should have been like that, I think. I would have liked the scene, the tone, like, stay that way through the film. I like that. Tina. See, that's creepy if you heard that.
Oh yeah.
This is great too, this effect.
It's funny. This practical effect from 1984 is far and away better than the CGI one they do.
Oh God, it was horrible.
Reboot. It's terrible. Like this looks great.
Yeah, look at it.
So he's pushing right through the paint.
Yeah, and it's got a great lighting.
Yeah. That always used to creep me out when I was a kid.
Unfortunately, I never saw this as a small child. I think it would have scarred me if I was 4. I saw it more like 8.
Okay.
8 or 9. I saw Dream Warriors first. That was the first one I ever saw.
Oh, really?
When it came out, yeah. So then I went back and watched this, and I was like, "This is scary." But if I would have saw it at 5 or 6, oh God, I would have been done. I think.
Well, I was 4 when I saw my first. It was basically my first horror movie. It was my first horror movie. It was Wes Craven's New Nightmare was playing on the TV, and I would like crept around the corner of my living room when I was watching it, as my parents were watching it on TV, and they didn't know I was watching it. And that stuck with me for years. It just creeped me out so much as a kid. And
I don't know why. But as much as I give New Blood a hard time, it's the only Jason that gave me nightmares, though.
Interesting.
I remember watching it. I think it's because the movie's so. I think it's the way Kane looks in it. Honestly, I think
Jason
it was
looks
just
amazing in that movie.
Yeah, definitely his best look. I'll give it that.
I just watched that movie on House of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching. I saw the whole Jason Lives. I loved it. You guys did a good job.
Oh, thank you, man.
I watched the whole thing. I did a replay of the whole thing.
Is it just because you're a Jason Lives fan, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. This is awesome. This is this nice blue light. The shadow against the wall.
This is in LA, right?
Yeah, I think so. And this, the way he's laughing here, man. Creepy image there. You can't do it. It's so hard to do. That's not Robert Englund running. That's like a stunt woman or something.
Oh, stunt woman.
Man, he's back there.
I like the run though. The
shaky cam works when it's supposed to work. You know what I mean? I like the shaky cam part.
Yeah. I always just thought this was crazy when I was a kid too, the shoving it from behind the tree and him not like being seen. I was like, how did they do that?
He's just loving this character though. You can see it.
Yeah.
He's just playing it to perfection.
That's a little glimpse of like the playfulness that he'll have in later movies.
Yeah, Josh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. But now he's down to business.
And he's probably been scaring her for a couple weeks, and he's finally. Yeah, that's always good too. I like under the blanket, and he's sitting there, and he's got his claw on her. And it's the way Tina flies up here. It's just so. This would have scared me, man.
How do you think Rod feels?
Yeah, so watch the way she goes up. Crazy. She does like a little. And I almost feel like it lingers on too much. Like you want it to stop. Oh,
I want it to keep going.
Yeah, it's about around here. I'm kind of like, okay, hold on. This is a lot, man. This is a lot. It keeps going and going though.
When they do this again in New Nightmare, I find they did a really good job. Of,
they did
ramping it up.
I thought you were going to say the remake, and I was like.
Do they do it in the remake? Honestly, I don't even remember.
Well, she floats up, she levitates,
yeah,
and they smack her around the walls, and then they just put a huge gash in her, which was one of the better scenes.
I honestly don't remember it at all. It's like I remember bits from the trailer.
Just think of yourself in this situation. That's what I do. Think of yourself. We're watching the original Toronto Freddy.
If you want to join Toronto Freddy, just let me know and I can give you the timestamp. Agreed, horror Heathers would be terrifying to wake up to. Poor Rod.
Yeah.
See, the scene that traumatized me was the scene, I guess in this, but it was mainly from New Nightmare because that was the first one I saw, is when Freddy comes up out of Dylan's bed. I used to think that Freddy was going to come up out of my mattress, and I freaked me out for a while when I was a young kid.
Well, I was 15 when New Nightmare came out, so I was much older.
Okay. I think I was 2. Love John Saxon as well.
Oh, yeah, he's great in this.
In this and in Black Christmas.
Yeah, 10 years earlier, he did Black Christmas.
Her mother always has this like haunted look on her face. I don't know how to explain it. She's always like,
"Hey, Wolfman, what's up?"
"Hey there, how's it going, man?" Or Mega Movies, Evil Bread.
I call him the Wolfman.
The Wolfman.
That's what he calls himself.
They had to cut this to get R rating. The original version lingered more, and you saw Freddy in the ceiling with the blood bubbling between his blades.
Oh, that's right. You actually saw him up there.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, you actually saw him up there. I think I've seen that.
That's the kind of stuff I'd like to see in like a restored version with stuff put in that they couldn't back in the day. I know they would never probably do that, but it'd be awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Tell you, the version I'm watching right now, I don't know if it's just the file that I got, but it's like the most crystal clear version of Nightmare on Elm Street I've ever seen. It's like watching the new Crystal Light box sets.
Yeah,
it's like watching it again for the first time almost. It looks really, really good.
I own it, but when I do watch parties, I got my monitor set up, so I just rent everything, unless it's on Prime or something like that. But I had to rent this one, but and Thursday I'm doing T2, so I actually bought it a while back because I couldn't find my Blu-ray disc. Then I ended up finding it, so I actually own it on digital now.
And Blu-ray disc.
But how many times are you going to watch T2 in a watch party? Probably a lot. So
yeah,
might as well just have it.
that can come around a lot. I have this on Blu-ray from the $25 Walmart Blu-ray set.
That's what I have. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I have too.
So,
but I just rented it here. This dude is still freaking bare feet, bloody. There's also, once we get to it, there's a scene when Nancy finds out the truth, where they left something out there.
Sorry, say that again. I was just looking at the.
They left something off. Like Nancy had a sibling.
Oh.
Who Freddy killed when he was human. That cut that part out though, but it's in the same scene where the mother shows her the glove and everything. Is
that a deleted scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen those actually now that you mention it. It's been a while, but I do remember that. They should have had that in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know why they took it out, honestly. I think that's kind of important for the mother's character too. Like,
very important motivation for her drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you know what I'm watching. I was just saying if you want to join, I can give you the timestamp so you can watch along. She's drunk almost the whole movie. That's true. She's definitely drunk the whole movie. Vodka Queen. Yes.
Yes. Lynn Shay.
Yes, Lynn Shay is a horror staple. It's cool to see her in this and again in New Nightmare, right? Those are 2 appearances in this. And then she goes on to Insidious, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's an iconic character in Insidious in her own right now.
That's what I mean. Like I remember her from this for sure, but Insidious, she's like She's more famous for that, I'd say, than this for sure. Well, it's great to see her in this.
This is another great scene.
Yeah, it'd be so hot for a director's extended cut. I definitely agree.
Yeah, it would be just to see if you like it better.
And yeah, I agree, Jason. This is a great scene. Her slowly drifting into her first, like, maybe not her first, but her first like real encounter with Freddy.
Yeah. In fact, she snaps right up. Their dream. Oh,
Just takes a second.
It's creepy. Every composition's perfect though. The zoom, you see the body bag close, then you see kind of a wider shot, and I just think it's some good editing, good choices he made for his vision of this film.
Oh yeah, he does an excellent job with all the dream sequences throughout the film.
Well, they feel like dreams.
Yeah. There's
Don't
points where
feel
you're like,
fantastical.
did you see the theory where like a lot of the ending of the film is like actually a dream? I know there's what happens with the ending and like the actual ending, but people think that like a huge portion of the dream of the film beyond a certain point, I forget where, but they think it's just like a dream for the whole movie. Have you ever seen that theory?
Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that because there's some strange stuff that happens.
Yeah, there's some. I forget exactly. It's been like a long time since I saw the video on it, but they were going through little details saying like this is happening here and it really shouldn't be and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting if she was in a dream the whole time. No
That's
running in the hallways.
That's creepy too. Just because of the girl, you see the girl, but you hear his voice.
Yeah. Where's your pass? There's also, oh yes, I do remember that scene, Toronto Freddy. There's a deleted scene where Glenn falls out of the hole in the bed.
Yeah.
Yep. I wish they left all that stuff in. Hey Josh, it's your old uni buddy. Glad to randomly catch you on the stream. Hey Devin, he's an awesome guy. Used to hang out with him a lot back in the day.
What's going on, Devin?
Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. It's been ages since I got to see him, but he's a really fun guy to hang out with.
Yeah, we start learning more and more about Freddy, or at least we see more and more of him, right?
Yeah, once Tina's out of the way and it's focusing on Heather, it's like slowly easing. I love that shot of Freddy in his eyes right there. Slowly easing you into Freddy more and more.
And right here, you could tell he said the glove was so heavy that he hung his shoulder down like that.
Yeah,
like a gunslinger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little bit of a different look in this first one, but I still really like it.
Yeah, so do I. And I love how he's like a playing with them like a cat plays with a mouse.
Yeah.
He's just screwing with them. He's got to build the fear up, right? Which we don't know that yet until they start establishing the rules of it more.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he may not have been at a point yet where he was actually able to kill whoever he wanted as soon as they were in the nightmare. Obviously, by the time of part 3, he's almost strong enough that he can just kill them. But I like it this early on, Freddy, that's like has to warm them up first before he can actually kill them. Kind of like in Freddy vs. Jason.
And he's in darkness all the time. That's what I like. It's good lighting here. I like how she's trying to get away. But she has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And I like how they turn the trope. They turn the trope on its head because he's like, running up the stairs or why did you do that? Well, it's a dream. Doesn't matter where she runs, she can't get away.
Yeah.
So Wes Craven is pretty smart, man.
But I love that Heather, I keep saying Heather, Nancy as a character is so smart that she's like, this is a dream. I need to like wake myself up. So she thinks to burn herself off the pipe.
And she's swearing at him. She's cursing at him and everything.
Yeah.
That's what's so like, yeah, she's fighting. She's fighting, right? Even though she's losing the fight at this point.
Like everyone's like, what the hell? Evil Brad
Traumatized him.
says, yeah, it would traumatize them, especially after just losing a student the night before. Headcanon, Nightmare and Insidious should take place in the shared universe, and this is a young Elise. That would be interesting. Although, if she wasn't around things like Freddy when she was younger, you think she would pick up on it. All those actors did such a great job being completely still in that shot. You mean at the beginning of the nightmare scene? Yeah. Yeah, Nancy takes only a few minutes to set up the traps. Yeah, it's kind of like a montage scene. We don't really know how long it takes, but that scene specifically is one of the ones that mentions in the theory that the ending of it's all a dream.
Yeah. Could be,
Toronto Freddy. Lynn Shay also plays Magda in There's Something About Mary.
Yeah, she does.
That movie.
Yeah, she does.
That's one I have not seen. What's that about?
Something About Mary?
Yeah.
It's Ben Stiller. It's a comedy. It's Ben Stiller and
Okay.
what's her name? Cameron Diaz. And
I did see that.
It's a romantic comedy.
I was thinking horror, but now that you mentioned that, I think I might have seen that once ages ago. Evil Brad, perfect timing. My cat named Freddy, named after him, just jumped up on the couch to watch since the scene started.
It's awesome.
Now you need to get a dog named Jason and maybe another dog named Michael. She's not going down easy. No. Heather is... I keep saying Heather. Nancy is so strong as a character that she is not going to go down in the first nightmare with Freddy.
She's trying to figure things out too. She's like her dad, as it like a detective, right? She's trying to put the pieces together.
Yeah, definitely. She gets that from her father. She's trying to she's picking up all the clues and slowly figuring things out. Especially towards the end of the movie when she figures out what to do with them. Like she's a brilliant character.
I just love how they kick that music in. It just adds the mood to it.
Yeah.
Now she's frightened. She's like they're all having the same dream of the same guy.
This is the moment that she knows for sure, like, this man is real. Like, there's somebody after us in her nightmares.
She looks like she's going to throw up, man. Like,
yeah. Yeah, she looks
terrified.
pale. Yeah.
They just captured such a great, scary tone and kept it that way.
And Rod's like, I'm so fucked.
Oh, God, here's another one. It's scene after scene in this movie, man. It just gets...
You hope your dog doesn't piss fire like the Jason from Part 3, Evil Bread. Scene where he pisses and brings Freddy back to life. It's one of the more interesting resurrections he's had. I remember they do pretty much copy this in the Nightmare reboot, don't they? Like it's not that much different.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, now that you mentioned the red sleeve, I'm really noticing it a lot.
Yeah, it's only in the first movie.
Yeah.
The sweater's like this and the rest of them.
I wonder what the reason was for changing it. If they just didn't realize they actually changed it, if it was an accident.
Maybe they thought it just looked strange.
Yeah, maybe. You do see Freddy out and about a lot more in the second one, so
I know that Wes said he read a book. He read something where red and green are they don't go together into your eye. They just you can't make sense of it together.
Okay.
And that's why he chose a red and green sweater. Like that's why he chose it. This is cool too. How you never see him, you just hear him.
Yeah. So you think he's still toying with her here, or he's not strong enough to actually kill her?
I think he's toying with her.
Yeah.
I think he could have killed her at any time here.
He probably should have.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. He underestimates her.
Yeah.
I think that's the idea, right? She's not telling her mom anything because she knows, there's they're not. My parents aren't going to help me. Because she knows this is something on another level.
Yeah. Well, what kind of help is she going to get from her drunken mother anyway? At least she doesn't know that she has all these connections to what's going on with Freddy at this point. But she's probably thinking, if I tell this to my mother, she's going to think I'm crazy and she's going to ship me off to some sanatorium. Or
she needs 10 of these babies right here.
Yeah.
She needs.
Yeah. She needs some monster to stay awake. She's like, instead, I'm just going to take all these pills.
I believe she's watching Evil Dead here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird because they were going to do Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. If that had happened, it would have been like a really weird continuity error having him on TV and then showing up in real life.
I don't recognize a lot of these names, Josh. These is your crew, eh?
Evil Bread, yeah, he's around a lot. He's really active on Twitter. Toronto Freddy, you know Toronto Freddy. Right?
Oh, I know Toronto Freddy and Heather, but Fleet's House of Horror, welcome.
Oh, Kyle Curtis Fled, he's awesome. He's a big supporter of the channel. He is constant.
I like that you. There's a lot of. I know Apollo Balboa. He's fairly new to my channel. Big Rocky fan, big Stallone fan. So.
Oh, you brought him in, eh?
Yeah, I think I did.
Let me see what they're saying here. Evil Bread, yeah, it's literally just a trailer shot though. Nancy gets out the tub as soon as the glove goes back in. It's pointless. I hate that we have to put the 1984 next to Nightmare on Elm Street so people know we're referring to the original. I know. Yeah. I'm getting tired of even now them naming newer movies the same title as older movies. Like Scream 5 is just named Scream, and I hate that. I really hate that.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 movies named Halloween, and it's a little much.
Yeah.
Evil Bread. As much as I love this version of Freddy, I think the stripes on the sleeve is a better choice. A lot of the time, we subconsciously remember him having this. Yeah. Yeah. When you think back to Freddy in this, when you think about him having the stripes on the sleeve, and then now that Jason has pointed out that he has red sleeves, it's very noticeable.
And you can get that original sweater. I think you can buy it if you look hard enough.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can get get it on eBay, or I don't know if what are they called? The people who do these masks, Jason. I can't believe I'm blanking on this right now. But oh my god, the people that make the masks, shit.
Trick or Treat?
Trick or Treat Studios, right. I don't know if they maybe do something like that, like different Freddy sweaters, but
I wonder if she's dreaming from this point on. No, because she goes to the clinic, right?
Yeah.
So, no.
I do love this dream sequence, though.
Sean Cunningham shot one of the scenes here.
Oh, really?
When Freddy comes out of the bush, I think a lot of your audience will probably know more than me. I haven't seen the documentary in a long time, so I think Sean Cunningham come in because or something, and he was away, so he shot a certain sequence.
That's a pretty cool connection to Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I think they go way back, right?
Flet's House of Horror. Hi, Josh, Jason. Oh yeah, we saw that. Kyle's really awesome. Kyle, if you haven't seen J-Man's channel, go over and check out his.
Well, he's a content creator too, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he just recently started his own channel.
Oh, good. I'll check you out, Flet's House of Horror. I'll give you a sub.
Got here. I'm kind of getting behind Horrorhead Heather. That's pretty awesome of marriage of picking the lock with that hanger, though.
Yeah, for a drunk woman too.
Yeah. Well, she's gonna get at it any way she can. They actually did a comic of that. It was pretty good. The whole thing revolves around Freddy getting a hold of the Nefernicon to get infinite souls. That's Freddy versus Jason versus Ash 2, I believe. That brings back a bunch of the survivors from previous movies, and the spirit of Nancy is there, and it's pretty crazy.
I want to see a Friday movie. I know this sounds meta, kind of, but I think you could do it in a grounded way. Have Tommy coming back, right?
Yeah.
Tommy's still very much the protector of Crystal Lake, but have Chris. You'd have to find a way why they would stay at the town.
Yeah.
But have Ginny being the child psychologist, have Chris being a teacher or something. They've gotten all better, and just have them all kind of unite. Have Tommy, Chris, Ginny, and maybe Megan if you can throw her in there. But I think those three, though, I think would be and connect it all somehow.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
I think that would be really cool.
Well, the fact that we never got a movie where two of the survivors like came back and met each other is a little disappointing to me. Like you say, like Tommy. Actually, I would have loved to have seen Tommy and Lara Park Lincoln's Tina come back and team up for like part 9, like instead of Jason.
Even I would watch that.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. And Nightmare really only has, I guess, Alice and his daughter. I'm thinking of survivors. Alice's daughter. There's Lori too, I guess, but she gets killed off in the comic books if you count those. So.
Oh, I forgot about this for a minute. This is disgusting.
Yeah, the eels come out of her mouth. It is eels, right? Something like that.
A centipede.
Oh, it's a centipede this time. All right. Had to put year with all the remakes. Yeah.
This was very ambitious for its day. I think Sean Cunningham directed this scene when Freddy pops out and starts chasing her. Thought he came in to do this one. I believe that he did all this here.
This is definitely one of the most memorable scenes of the movie. She's in the dream run, but she can't run that fast, and he's just right
they did it.
and...
Yeah, very good attention to detail.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the stairs here. I don't know. I think it's more silly than scary.
Yeah, and especially where you can see the spots where she's supposed to step as well. But Evil Bread, I remember thinking, oh, wow, 20 years old is so old, Nancy. You look terrible. And now I'm wasting away about to enter my 30s. Yeah, we feel you. I'd be fucked if Freddy came after me. I need at least a nap a day now. Yeah, true. Freddy would get us all at this point.
Yeah. I like how he grabs her like this. He's freaking like a cat, eh?
Yeah.
That's great. Now, because we're talking, it's usually you get into the mood of the movie more.
Yeah.
But because we're talking and we're talking about the movie, but if I watch this at midnight or something like that, right now I'm just kind of like I'm just amped right up and listen.
You see that?
It still scares me to a certain point.
It's still a scary movie, even just talking over it. Like you can see that it was made to be as scary as it is. I was just gonna say, you see those spoons in the chat there, Jason?
Yeah, my boy Chad.
Chad stirs.
I have no problem with Chad. He just stirs up. I like Halloween too.
No, it's an awful movie. I gotta say that almost in every stream I'm in. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is very not good.
I know he's not for everyone.
Let's see here. I'm glad they changed the blue door to red door in part 2. Seems more Freddy-like. Yeah, I agree.
I would be Glenn. I would have fell right asleep.
Well, he would probably think she's just like overreacting, right? So after she fell asleep, he'd be like, okay, now I can sleep. And then.
Because once I crash, dude, I crash. There's nothing keeping me up.
Yeah. But she could be asleep here. She shut her eyes again. And there's just like that weird scene with Glenn just like disappearing. Maybe she's asleep from here on, but who knows? Bob Shea pushed like hell for that stair scene. Wes decided to throw him bones since he was financing it.
Yeah, well, where's the evidence? What does Wes Craven say? He's done enough interviews that he must have. Maybe he leaves it up to the viewer. Maybe it's you decide.
Monica Keena is pretty terrible in Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh god, she's awful, man.
Yeah, she's.
I didn't mind, not when it first come out, but now the more I rewatch that movie, the more I don't like it. It's not
Yeah.
holding up well. Let's put it that way.
I'm not a big fan of certain parts of the movie. The parts of the movie when like Freddy's doing his thing and then Jason's doing his thing, like the cornfield and all that, I do like that. And then when they actually fight at the end, I do like all of the fighting.
It's entertaining. I'll give it that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily scary. And I think they kind of shafted Freddy out of only having like or only getting the one kill on Buddy at one point during the movie. Like he should have killed a few more people than he did.
Yeah, that's a big complaint I hear.
Yeah. But I do like Freddy vs. Jason. But it could have been a lot better than it was. But at least we got it at all, right? We could have just never got it.
Poor Rod.
Or head Heather. Damn it, Glenn, you had one job.
I like when she said that, though. You little shit.
Yeah, she slaps him. Oh, poor Rod.
I feel bad for all the guys doing their Friday review series because by part 8, I was done.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it no more, man. I was like you with Wrong Turn. I was just like, I'm done. I can't.
Oh
do
my
this.
god. Wrong Turn like burnt me out of YouTube for like a month. After I got to part 5, I was like, fuck Wrong Turn. I can't
At least
do it anymore.
all next review series I got coming up, none of them really get to that point where I think I'll want to, like, I got the Rocky in September, then we're going right to Terminator, which there's a few I don't like, but for the most part, I can still tolerate them, you know what I mean? And then I'll be doing Batman in the new year. Going through.
Yeah, I saw your post for that.
The 2 Tim Burton, like the 4 Batman films there in the Nolan trilogy. That's
Which is your? I suppose you might not want to say, but would you say which one of them is your favorite?
I don't know. I haven't rewatched them all in a long time.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time for me as well.
I will tell you though, I think Batman Begins is the better Batman movie than Dark Knight. I think Dark Knight's a Joker kind of film where Batman Begins is a better Batman film.
I would agree with that. Did you see that? Do you know who Tom Welling is from Smallville?
Yeah.
Did you see that he said he would come back as Superman if Robert Pattinson was his Batman?
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Be interesting.
At
least for like a
Smallville.
crossover movie. Smallville's coming back as an animated show apparently on the CW.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Tom Welling announced it like a couple weeks ago. So I
wish I had time. I wish I had time to watch all these shows.
If you're gonna watch anything like that, watch Superman and Lois. It's so good, Jason. Like so good. Every episode.
I actually bought the whole season on Google Play.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I guess I just have to go into my account and they just give me the episodes
as they come out.
I think so.
Oh,
I was going to review it, but I got way too busy.
You're in for a treat. It doesn't even feel like it's a CW show. It feels like it's an HBO show on CW. Like it's.
I hear that. I hear it's really
so good. Yeah, not one episode has disappointed me yet. Frank and Jason is pretty laughable.
Yeah, I don't like. It's the worst Jason, man.
Yeah. I'm still in disbelief that Freddy vs. Jason even happened. I remember reading about the tease on the new Nightmare DVD series retrospective feature. Oh, I didn't know about that.
And it's not Ken Kurtzenger's fault. He could have been a good Jason. It's just the way Ronnie Yu just didn't put no care into it.
Ronnie Yu didn't even watch both the franchises before making the movie, which is ridiculous. He should have sat down and watched every single movie in both franchises.
You know what? Tom McLaughlin would have gave us a good Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah,
he would have gave you a real fun one.
I'm really hoping they pick up his Friday script that he's been writing.
Oh yeah. I don't think he'll go as meta because we're not in that age no more. I don't think he'll do it as meta as.
I'm fine with that. I just think we need like a really great Jason movie to bring him back, and it would suck to have him be gone for all these years and come back with like a dud. So,
yeah, no, you're right, Joe. I think they know that. I think they know the pressure's on them.
Hopefully, something's being written like behind the scenes right now, waiting for the legal battle to end. But who knows?
I would at least have Vincent DeSanti in the room if it was.
Yes, 100%.
I would at least have his say, "Hey, listen." Where do you even as some advice, because he's really knocked those 2 movies out of the park.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited for the next installments in that. The next one's supposed to be all about Tommy and like.
Yeah, did you see the? Yeah, he told me that in the interview.
Yeah.
What is? Did you see the ghost cut that he
What
put?
happened?
He put "Never Hike Alone" and "Never Hike in the Snow" together as one cut.
Oh, the ghost cut.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Did you see the
I watched
beginning
that.
with the video footage of
All the
it
new
felt so
footage?
real, man. It was like
Yeah.
I was like, Vince, this is awesome.
Yeah, I was hoping that there would be an option on the Blu-ray to just play the ghost cut, like everything together. But I guess the Blu-ray is going to have the new scenes from the ghost cut on it, and you can watch them or something like that.
Yeah.
They're shipping the Never Hike in the Snow Blu-rays right now, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't got mine yet, but
No, me either.
But
I
I'm
know,
in Canada. I imagine it will take a while.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit before we get ours. And I was from the second campaign, the 2021, so
I think I was too. Hey, Emily.
How's it going, Emily?
I just did a recording with Heather and Emily on our top
awesome.
10 Nightmare on Elm Street moments in the franchise.
Oh, right.
And they bring up some the ladies brought up some really good points. I just it's gonna take me time to edit. That's all.
Ooh, coming soon. Heather says Wrong Turn is a rough franchise to get through.
Oh yeah.
I had fun watching it, but then when you got to go back and spend a bunch of time reviewing them and editing it, and just like hours and hours and hours with those movies is not something I want to do. So by the time I got to Wrong Turn 6, I said, fuck it, I'm done with Wrong Turn. I did like Wrong Turn 6, but only because they tried to go in a different direction. I understand that they tried to go in a different direction, but it wasn't a direction that I liked.
I liked it, honestly. It reminded me of a period piece. That's why I liked it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I enjoyed it, actually. But I didn't think it was a great movie. Like, it's not a 4-star or anything.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot less than some of the other horror movies I've watched recently, that's for sure. Evil Bread. He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Okay, thanks, priest. Read the room.
Yeah. This is great, too.
Except Tom has
you never saw the nightmare. You heard it.
Yeah.
And it really makes your mind kind of, what was Nancy going through in that nightmare?
Yeah, you can it makes you picture it yourself, and then you see the scratch on her arm and the hat. Ronnie, you stated that Jason was the anti-hero, and that's where the problem laid. I know Freddy is way more evil, but they should have matched that energy for Jason. I agree that they definitely made Freddy out to be the baddie or the big bad of the movie. I guess I can see the thought process behind making Jason an anti-hero, but at the same time, he's killed hundreds of people, so it's just like, how good is he really? So, yeah, I agree. They should have been more evenly bad versus just be like, let's help Jason beat Freddy, which is what the movie kind of became towards the end.
This is a good mother-daughter scene, too.
Yes, this is great. Yes, a Netflix Nightmare series, animated series would be cool. I would like that.
So would I. Their timing's really good here. Like, they're...
As if Nancy didn't already see the liquor bottle behind her.
Yeah.
Where does she think the hat came from? Like, she obviously didn't like bring it with her and stick it in her pants.
They think she got it from the... Well, they kept the glove. Maybe they kept the hat. No, he would have got burned with the hat, though.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
It's weird that the glove even really stayed together that well.
Yeah.
Didn't Wes Craven's girlfriend or wife play the nurse? I'm not sure. Do you know about that, Jason?
Maybe. I'm not sure at all. He had a daughter at the time because when he cast Johnny Depp, they said, who do you go, oh, cast Johnny Depp, he's gorgeous.
No.
He's like, really? He's like, really? He looks so pale. And she goes, yeah, it's so hot. So he had an older daughter at the time of this movie.
Is that the same daughter that was the nurse in New Nightmare? Because I do remember that. His daughter is one of the nurses in New Nightmare.
Maybe.
She's the one that the babysitter elbows, or
Oh,
not the babysitter. I think Heather elbows her right in the stomach, and she actually did get elbowed. I think that's her. Yeah, when the doctor and nurse look that terrified, you know you're not in for a good time.
No, yeah.
Doesn't everyone have a spare bottle of vodka in the kitchen drawer?
Not
Yes.
me, man.
Mine's in a giant green cup. I'm just kidding. This is water. She also hides one in the laundry, like the laundry closet. Marge got bottles everywhere. Bathroom, linen closet. Yeah, exactly.
You're an alcoholic, man. That's where they're gonna hide it all.
It would have been funny if at one point Heather Hughes wanted to fight Freddy with like smashing him with it or something.
Yeah, it'll be a while before I review this series.
Oh, same here.
I'm pretty booked all the way next year, I think.
Until there's more movement Nightmare, like a new Nightmare announced or something like that.
That'll change things around me too.
Yeah, because I'll be doing later on after like Halloween stuff gets done with. It'll be all Scream focused for me, probably getting ready for Scream 5. Like
and I'm doing a little bit of Halloween content here and there now. So
I'm gonna do some Halloween stuff leading up to Halloween Kills, obviously, but next year is when I'm really gonna do a lot of Halloween stuff with Halloween Ends, because that's when the franchise is over and I can do my like official ranking of everything.
Yeah, that's what I took a poll actually, and I said, with Rocky 4 director's cut out, do you guys want me to do the Rocky review series this year or when it leads up to Creed 3? And they said this year. Then I'll go, okay, then I'll do Halloween leading up to Halloween Ends.
Yeah,
because that's a big franchise and it's going to wear me out because I don't like a lot of the movies.
Well, I don't want to run like you said. I don't want to like do a bunch of Halloween stuff this year and then also do a ton of Halloween stuff next year. I'm gonna do Halloween stuff, but I don't want to like. I also don't want to know everything that happens in Halloween Kills before it comes out. Like that trailer that came out, that showed so much, and I don't want like if they release another trailer, I don't think I'm.
Well, I got at. I won't say anything, but I'm just gonna say. Some people in my comment section in my video I did of my predictions spoiled the movie. Kind of. So
okay, yeah, don't tell me. I had a few people in my comment section say, "Oh, this so and so died and so and so died."
Like they would say,
"I'm like, oh, I didn't know that."
I read the script and
shit.
So I had to put in capitals. If you have read the script, please do not comment. I don't care, Josh. When it comes to Halloween, I didn't mind so much, but I'm like, I don't want my viewers coming in and knowing the truth.
No, I 100% agree.
So I had to delete the comments, unfortunately, and I put it in capital letters. I said, if you have inside information, please
don't post it here.
Don't post it here, please. I wanted your predictions, not the truth.
Yeah, predictions. Not I know what happens. Yeah, because that takes the fun out of it, right? If you know what happens going into it. I love the scene, the look on Nancy's face when her mother starts.
This is where the scare becomes real.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, Josh. Like you said earlier, I wish I could watch it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So right here, she said he killed a bunch of kids.
Yep.
Even your little brother. He got your little brother. They cut that out though.
They should have left it in.
It's
She could have used it as a Molotov cocktail. Yeah, that's true. I pulled Freddy out of the dream so I could get a hold of that sweet cosplay. Well, your cosplay is amazing. Like, you literally look exactly like Freddy Krueger. So, honestly,
he came on my show. It was really fun. As a trivia, he would just show up there to do the questions.
Well, if they need someone to like help with the makeup in the next Freddy movie, they should go to Toronto Freddy. Because he looks way better than what they did with the 2010 reboot.
I like that because mommy killed him. And then this is the theme of the movie. The sins of the parents are passed down to the children.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh, I do have it here, guys. I can get it on my fat hand.
Yeah, even then, like I want to watch Halloween Kills and not know absolutely everything that's going to happen. Like I want to
Well,
be surprised.
I don't know everything, Josh. It's just
no. There's
had-
just yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know everything.
Yeah.
But I stopped reading, but I read enough to go, oh crap,
shit. Yeah.
kind of thing. Now, if that was Friday, I would have been pissed. I would have been livid. Like, because that's
After waiting so long too.
yeah. I don't know why people want to know. Like, there it is, guys. This is the NECA original Freddy. My
Oh.
fingers are too fat though, and these things. That's the original. This is supposed to be a safety pin because in the original movie, the glove kind of broke, and they had to use a safety pin to hold up to tie up this part.
Oh, interesting.
Right? But
I like
these
the
are real
clang of
knives.
the.
These are real knives.
Yeah, I like
They're not sharp, but
yeah.
But if you can, I wonder if you could see. You see how it's welded? See how it's welded there?
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
It has a hand to sit on, like it sits up usually like this, but it's pretty cool, and you can just like this is God.
Yeah, I need to get me a Freddy glove. I went to Party City yesterday, I think it was, to see if they had any stuff like that there, but all over there.
Yeah, this one was like a $90 glove. It's like an actual replica, real replica. That's what's so nice about it. I just haven't had time to get all this up. There'll be like shelves back here eventually where you'll see little figures and movies and stuff.
Oh, same here. This is the stuff I have behind me right now is just like a temporary setup that I've had for a bit.
And I'll have Christmas lights because I really like the look of Christmas lights.
Yeah, that's a good setup for the background. And almost be a little Stranger Thingsy. Sweet, nice.
Yeah.
Wait, he took me aside and personally thanked me, and we had a few minute talk about the franchise, and he signed it. Are you talking about? What did I miss here?
But guys, that glove don't fit me. Look at my hands. I got freaking dick for fingers, for fuck's sakes. Sausage fingers, man. Fuck.
Mine is Part 4 by Ducky Studios.
Nice. The glove in New Nightmare is freaking with the bone on it. It's
got
like a bone.
I used to have a plastic version of that came right over your arm, like down to here. That's who knows where that is now. Probably in a box somewhere. Oh, this is such a great scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it over to Matt Fauci's channel after this, Miss Carter, if they're still going.
Matt usually goes thanks for joining us.
He usually goes for a couple hours, so I'll try and make it over there if I can.
I'll pop in and say hi in the chat. Yeah, we don't have to run this for too long. After we're done, we can just.
Well, if people have questions, I don't mind staying around.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we can chat about the movie for a few minutes, and then we can all hop over to Mr. Fatchy's stream. It was his birthday. Was that today? Yeah.
That's today. Yeah, he's doing his birthday stream.
Happy birthday, Matt.
I'm actually surprised you had like 12 people here at one point with him streaming on his birthday. Because usually people show up a lot on your birthday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I did a 4:00 stream today with Barry from Talking Stock.
Oh, yes. I saw that. I saw you post that in the chat.
He's a real nice guy. And he was telling me, man, I had to take it easy for a bit because it's amazing how you can burn yourself out. I go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't realize how much energy this takes.
Yeah, especially if you're doing like a lot of live streams, then you're also doing like pre-recorded videos that you're putting any sort of editing into, like because you do both.
I do both.
It's a lot to like sit down and do all that editing, and then like have the energy to just do like 3 or 4 live streams in the week as well. Like it's a lot. It's fun though. It's a lot of fun.
It is fun, but that's why I did a stream the other day where I said my schedule will be changing. It'll be just on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
One live stream a week, but I'm doing a long show. So, for instance, from 8:30 to 9:30, I'll, let's say, have you on for a ranking or a movie review, let's say.
Yep.
And then I'll say, okay, Josh, nice. And then you'd come off. The same link I'd bring someone, I'd maybe finish it off with a watch party. You like, like more of a 2-3 hour show rather than but just once a week. I can't be doing 3 to 4 no more, like after the summer's over. I mean,
no, I feel you. Like having it all done in one block and one night is a good idea. Yeah, having several like multi-hour streams in a week is a lot, but it's like I said, it's definitely fun, especially if you're doing them on other people's channels because you just have to show up and be there.
Yeah, like right now, I just get to chill out and talk about the movie. There she goes. There's her bottle.
Oh, Evil Bread said they met Robert at a convention. He signed it. That's really awesome. I'm jealous that you got to meet him.
I'd love to meet Robert Englund. He's one of the people on my to-do list if I could ever meet him.
Yeah, 100%. I would love to. Yeah, she's keeping that coffee on standby.
Yep.
That was a fun stream today, Jason. Barry was so nice and very knowledgeable.
Yeah, Barry is really knowledgeable. He consumes his movies. He's very off live. Yeah, I'll be on his show eventually sometime. He said if you ever want to talk about something. So he's felt the frustration of not growing his channel at the rate he would like, but now he's just kind of like, I'm gonna just produce content for the audience I do have. And I go, that's what you got to be.
Yeah.
You can't be too worried about all that other stuff because you're in a saturated market, my friend. We're all doing it. You might as well all do it together. You might as well just become a big community and just help each other. I think that's the best route to do.
Well, that's part of the thing I like the most is being able to bounce around to other people's channels and do watch parties with them and all that kind of stuff. It's and doing rankings.
And you can call, and everyone's on demand too. I can say, I want to do a live Candyman review tonight. Who's joining me? And then people go, I'll come on tonight, Jay.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much as long as you can schedule it.
Yeah. Yeah. For the most part, there's in our little group that we have too, there's like someone's usually available to, like you said, to just jump on and join the stream. Destiny, Chad, Chris, Matt, Brett, and Brad. Oh, happy birthday to your grandson there, Toronto Freddy.
Nice.
Met him a couple of times. Years ago when you met him in London. Oh wow, in full Freddy makeup. That's even better. Yeah, I feel you, Red Rusty. It's a little more nerve-wracking live because whatever you say is what you say. If you trip up, you trip up. You just have to start all over again.
Oh, it's not that bad, guys.
No, you totally get used to it after a while.
You just got to be yourself, guys.
Yeah. For my first probably 4 or 5 streams, I was always really nervous leading up to them, and now I'm just like, I'm totally cool with jumping in.
Hey, Chris. Chris Snyder's here.
Toronto Freddy has met Robert 5 times so far.
Wow.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for coming to the chat.
Locked.
I love that. Locked. Check out House of the Living Dead, guys, if you haven't seen Chris's channel. Oh, yeah, you're a pro at live at this point, Chris. Live stream king.
I don't even get nervous anymore. Not really, not unless it's someone big.
Yeah.
But not really. I used to pace back and forth before I went on live. I was terrible.
Really?
One of my first few streams. Oh, it's a good image.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah. Sorry, Glenn.
You had a dream this time. It was just holding you for the... This literally is a nightmare, man, on Elm Street. Like, it's literally freaking blood everywhere.
Way more blood than would actually be in a person, but...
Looks awesome though.
Yeah, no, I love it. This is a great scene. Imagine what she's thinking.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It's she could either be in a dream or she's so tired that he's able to get
Evil
her
Bread
in it.
says, I feel like the whole micro nap thing was overplayed in the remake. They did a perfect job with the idea with the phone scene. Yeah, that was like a micro nap. I never even clued into that.
That's basically what that was. She was still so tired that he could still get her. After a while, you forget the camera's there. I agree, Chris. Yep.
Yeah, I was terrified at first doing streams, man. I was kind of getting used to it now. There's even some times when I do a review, I just can't get the words out. Just depends on what movie I'm talking about.
I find, especially for this, like these chill streams, we're just watching a movie and stuff like that, and I don't get nervous. But I find having people on for interviews, like how you just had the actresses on from
that was easy. They did it. Like,
oh yeah, they were super chill. It was a great interview. But I would just get nervous, being like, oh, I hope I don't mess up and say something stupid to them, and like.
Yeah, well, I'm getting used to that now too.
Yeah.
Once you find out they're actually just real people and they're just,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially Victoria, she's absolutely hilarious.
Well, I thought it was cool that they were also big horror fans.
Yeah.
2 of them anyway. Not the third one. You were in cosplay, not him. Okay. I bet he loved your cosplay. Face fear can be a problem. Fearing your own face can hamper your mood. Yeah.
Oh, guys, I don't sit there and watch my streams again. I just watch for the quality.
Yeah.
I'll watch for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I say, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Evil Bread. I remember going to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando in 2007, and they remade Glenn's bedroom. It was on its side with the blood oozing from where the roof was. That's amazing.
That's awesome. This will be a fun movie to review when it comes time.
Yeah.
Well, 1984, that's only 40th anniversary. Will only be a few years away. Maybe I'll wait. I don't know. I might not be able to wait that long.
Well, now that they have the Craven Estate, or I think it's Craven Estate, they have the rights to Nightmare back, don't they?
Yeah, Mike Flanagan's really interested in doing it.
Yeah, I hope they just pick like one of the really great horror directors that are around right now, and just give us a bang in Nightmare on Elm Street.
I definitely would pick Mike Flanagan. I think.
Yeah,
I think he'd be the guy to do it. He has ideas too. Like he actually wants to do it.
Well, just after seeing what was done with Halloween 2018 and what looks like with Halloween Kills and soon to be Halloween Ends, Freddy is deserving of the similar treatment, and so is Jason. Like they should all be brought back into the limelight.
I just don't want Blumhouse having every property because they all look the same.
But the thing is, though, if Blumhouse did have Freddy, you could have some sort of like shared
crossover.
Not necessarily like they don't need necessarily crossover. Like you don't need Freddy versus Michael versus Jason, but just even like say they do a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and then the next movie's, they do like let's say they do Nightmare on Elm Street, they could mention on TV victims from the Haddonfield Massacre from 2019 or 2018 or whatever it was. Like they could just have it on the screen.
Have you seen Dog Soldiers in The Descent?
I've seen The Descent. I saw Dog Soldiers like forever ago. I don't remember it at all.
Okay, so I don't know. I just found this out today. The Descent, where the skulls are all there, the pile of skulls.
Yeah.
There's a Dog Soldier's wolf skull in there he put as an homage.
Oh, that's actually a cool Easter egg.
Yeah, in his own, and because he did both the movies himself, both his movies. He wanted to do like a Predator 2 thing, where they see the alien skull in the ship.
Right. Yes. That's a great Easter egg.
When I watch it again, because I just watched it the other night, and I was like, I can't believe this is not in my top 10. It's so good.
That's really great. I actually really like just Descent 2 as well, even though the second one's maybe not quite as good, but I'll have to rewatch those soon. It's been a while since I've seen them.
Yeah, I don't want blood touching it either. Blumhouse touching Freddy.
Toronto Freddy. Jessica Craven has the rights. Okay.
As far as pure tone and atmosphere, I'd probably give it to Ari Aster, to be honest with you. He's another guy I would definitely see what he would do with it.
Okay.
Like what? Okay, the guy who did like Midsommar and Hereditary.
I wouldn't want it to be
tone,
like that.
like tone. I'm talking like just that, like holy crap, kind of getting your bones, kind of. Because I didn't like those. I didn't like Hereditary as much as other people. I thought it was amped up a bit, hyped up too much. But
I agree.
I think I would go with Flanagan more because you still want it to be
a
classic slasher kind of deal.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be the tone. Maybe the tone of Hereditary, it was so like you're like oh the whole time. But Midsommar, I wasn't a big fan of that one. Mike Flanagan is not scared of pushing the boundaries. I think he would have the preteens as characters with Freddy killing them off. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want Blum touching Freddy. Agreed, Toronto. I would be okay with it only for, like I said, the shared universe aspect.
Now, she could be dreaming from this point on to the whole movie now. Even though she already set her traps up in 5 minutes, I think they just weren't worried about that kind of continuity back then.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You got to realize everyone analyzes everything too much now. We didn't when we were kids in the 80s.
No, for sure.
We just enjoyed this shit.
There was no Reddit picking it apart.
No.
I've met a few celebs, wrote a song with Juliette Lewis about 10 years ago, so I don't really get too nervous around celebs. That's cool, Red Rusty. Descent scared the hell out of me. It's definitely a freaky movie. Zach Ward would be the perfect Freddy, Toronto Freddy says.
Yeah, he's the brother in Freddy vs. Jason. Mark's brother in the tub, the redhead. You forgot about me.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
I think that's him. I think that's what he's talking about.
Honestly, if they were only going to kill off Mark in that movie, they should have at least flashed back and showed us his actual brother's death for an additional Freddy kill.
That almost looks like a Black Christmas freaking attic, but a basement.
Yeah, it does actually. Evil Bread, I'm conflicted. I'm not sure I want them to, but it's better than Platinum Dunes. Yeah, honestly, I used to really not like the Friday the 13th reboot, but I like it a lot more these days. And is the Chainsaw one Platinum Dunes?
Yes.
I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. That's one of my favorite horror movies, and I actually like it better than the original, which might be blasphemous for some people, but I love the Chainsaw reboot.
The Friday remake has gone down for me over the years.
Really?
I think it has really bad editing, not editing, but pacing.
Oh, okay.
You got a lot of these characters doing things, but they're not doing anything. Like, mind you, Vincent DeSanti, when I had that interview with him, he opened my eyes to. I just kind of started agreeing with things he just brought up really good points.
Yeah.
About that when we started talking, but even he said, I wasn't as rough on it as I was a couple years ago. He said, but it's just I'm not after awesome characters in a Friday movie, but you got to give me more than that.
No, I feel you. Although, my main problem with it back in the day was it didn't have the music and that's my problem now.
That's a big problem.
It doesn't have the Harry Manfredini score, and the Jared Padalecki from Supernatural being in it made me feel like it was like just a big episode of Supernatural. So it was like really hard for me to get into it back then because I was watching Supernatural. But now that that's over and he's just like another actor or whatever, it doesn't bother me anymore. So it's grown on me over time, but it's not.
I don't like the look of Jason either. I think I don't
mind it.
He's not horrible. He's got this big jacket on. And you don't really see his frame. It's just little things like that. But the opening's absolutely fantastic. And the ending's terrible. Like every beat you could predict. I just didn't like I felt it was really rushed at the end.
Evil Bread saying, I really, really, really don't want them to make an It Chapter 1 with Freddy Krueger. So like young kids solving a Freddy Krueger kind of mystery. I wouldn't want that either. like a Stranger Things with Freddy Krueger almost. I know what you're saying. I wouldn't want that either. I'm kind of getting tired of that trope. Kids solving a mystery kind of thing.
Yeah, well, they go with whatever's popular.
Yeah. But it's just like, it feels like everything's doing that.
You need to approach Nightmare with a real smart script.
I agree.
It all starts with that. It all starts with the script.
I think Chainsaw and F-13 remakes are fantastic, but they have the same director and a continuity with style. They legit gave Nightmare to a guy who made one good music video. Yeah, it's true.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things I love about Friday remake. Like Derek Mears. I loved his performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just didn't hit. It's not great to me. I think they just gave you all the they brought the movie up at a high at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it could never get there. It couldn't sustain
the first
that
15
now.
minutes is amazing.
Yeah, and I think that should have been more. It was almost like a third act. Like, I don't go back to it very often, to be honest with you. Like, I really don't. I wish I did.
The dream sequences were worse than this one. I kind of forget which movie we were talking about there. At least give me a good movie, even if it's a clone. I don't mind a clone of something if it's just as good. I mean, if you want a good clone, I guess watch the Psycho remake. It's literally the same movie.
Executed poorly, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like,
the acting's terrible in that freaking movie.
Yeah, there's not much reason to watch it if you have the original.
Mind you, I love the Psycho movie, though. So,
Heather, I know what you mean. Dean, I see Dean from Gilmore Girls when I watch Jared in it. Yeah.
That's right. He was in that.
Yeah.
He's the new Texas Ranger now, too.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to go for. It seems like a weird show. Oh, dream sequences were worse in the remake. Yeah. The only thing that I really, really liked in the remake was the sequence in the like convenience store when they're having the micronaps. She's running up the aisle and she's going in and out of the dream.
Yeah.
I thought that was like one of the best things maybe in the Nightmare franchise, but the movie itself is just like a big turd. So oh yeah, I was gonna say that my biggest problem with the Friday the 13th reboot was at the end when she's like, "Say hello to mommy."
It's terrible.
In hell, like
the
that
actors
line
hated
is
it too.
so bad.
I mean, I still got it ranked 6. You know, it's in the middle of the road for me.
Yeah, I had it ranked above. I think I had it ranked above X, Manhattan, Jason Goes to Hell, and the original. Some people were like, "What? You have it ranked above the original?"
Sledgehammer to the gut. This is good how they establish rules now, right? Like, it's just normal.
Interesting. The version I'm watching, they cropped the image in a way where you couldn't see the mattress that he fell onto. I don't know if it's on my DVD version. You can actually see him land on a mattress on the steps when he falls down.
Oh.
It's like I don't know if it's like a wider cut of the movie, but you can actually see the mattress when he impacts. But I couldn't see it in this cut of the movie.
I like where get my dad, you asshole.
Yeah. Obviously, if she's smashing the windows out of her house, something's happening, dummy.
Kill your soul. She's smart, man.
I like how Marge is sleeping through all this noise. She's just drunk as hell. She probably has no idea anything's happening.
Yeah. This is a good stunt. This dude's on fire for a while.
Yeah. You can tell that it's somebody else because it's so bulky, but it's a great stunt. I'm not sure if it's in your guys' version, but I distinctly remember the very first DVD release. Yes, I just said that. There's a mattress in the DVD release. I have that in my DVD version. You see him land right on the mattress.
That's pretty bad, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I'm on the same vibe with the Evil Bread. I remember the mattress. I can never forget it. That cop is Kristen Parker's father. Really?
Oh,
Interesting. I don't think I knew that. Did you know that,
no.
Jason? That's a good connection to part 3.
How
Where
do
does
we
this
know
say-
that?
Yeah, how do we know that, Toronto Freddy? Is that from one of the novelizations or something? Or
How do we even know that?
Red Rusty, you think they think they re-released it once they saw that blooper? I would hope so, because it's very visible. Like, you can't miss the mattress when he lands on it. I was expecting to see it this time, but it wasn't there.
This is where it gets strange for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were trying here, like, because I think it's a dream. I think the whole thing's a dream here. Like, I think she's dreaming, she's awake. Like,
she still has to be dreaming at this point. I agree.
I think she has to be.
I think her mother, though, also fell asleep at this point, so they were having like a shared kind of. I don't know about the father because in part 3 though.
Like, look, that's not reality.
No. Well, even the stuff that happens directly after this, it makes it seem like this is all still a dream.
So I think when she fell asleep to engage in this battle, she never wakes up right to the end.
Yeah, she must wake up at some point, obviously after what happens at the very end. But
yeah.
Well, even Wes Craven didn't want that in the movie, did he? Bob Shea or someone pushed for the final scene of the movie.
Yeah, they should have just. I'll show you where I think they should have ended it.
Yeah.
When you see it, just the girl skipping. You just should have left it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to be dreaming. Oh, Parker on his badge on his chest. That's some attention to detail.
Oh.
Does that mean it's Kristen Parker, though? Parker's a pretty popular name.
Yeah, true. It could be anyone, but I mean...
But I think that's cool, though. Like
it's the parents in this area, so maybe it stands to reason this guy was Kristen's dad.
I feel like Dream Warriors maybe did a better job of giving you the rules. Establishing the rules.
Yeah.
And whereas this kind of gets... This is ambiguous, but it's great, though. I love this.
This scene right here freaked me out when I was young. Just seeing him come up out of the mattress.
I love when he comes out. You what?
Yeah, she has to either be dreaming at this point, or they were doing stuff that's ambiguous with the rules, because this is all new to them at this point. Yeah, he has a weird reaction to his wife being sucked into a mattress. So,
yeah, he's got.
My list of this franchise is 2, 1, 3, 4, and then I'm through. Although the remake was okay. Okay, yeah, 2 is a really great entry in the franchise.
It is. It's different, but it's good.
Yeah. I think that Freddy is so weakened by the end that he can't do anything to Nancy. Everything from her closing her eyes is a dream. Well, she's not scared of him anymore at this point. The fear that she had for him to affect her is gone. So he can't do shit to her.
She's dreaming here, obviously, here too.
Yeah.
So we don't see her actually waking up from all this.
Yeah. We just know that she did because of part 3.
So I guess she conquered him in her dream. She did it in his playing field.
Yeah.
Right? Now bringing him into reality was a dream. Really?
Well, she did still bring the hat and stuff into reality, so that's still a factor.
Yeah. And Dream Warriors, they went into his world and beat him. They never came out into the real world in that.
Yeah. But they were doing stuff in the real world. But yeah, I know what you mean.
I know it kind of gets clunky and a bit.
I do love the scene in Freddy vs. Jason when Laurie pulls him out of the dream and Jason's there and Freddy's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, yeah. They went back to the rules, kind of.
Yeah. Freddy's Revenge is the ultimate gay horror film. I love the resurgence and appreciation for it. I agree. When I was young, everyone used to be like, "Oh, I don't like Freddy vs. Revenge. I hate Freddy's Revenge. It's the worst one." Yeah. And I'm glad that now people are actually starting to like it. See, I would have panned here. Stop. Bang. Movie's over.
like a fate or something. That's gone.
They shouldn't have did this.
Because the car established that he's back.
Yeah.
So I would have left that out and just had them skipping here.
I think Marge being pulled through the window is her actually dying. Maybe Marge pulled Nancy into her dream. Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? I don't know, man.
Toronto Freddy. The remake doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. It's some Elseworlds bullshit.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah,
I don't think it exists for me either, man. I've tried 3 or 4 times to like it. I just can't.
It's gonna get one more good try out of me when I rewatch it for this, and then after that, I'm.
Who'd you get for that one?
I think Brett is coming on with me for the remake. I actually have to let me check. I think it's Brett.
That should be fun.
Let me see here. Yeah, it's Brett Mann's gonna suffer with me through the remake. So thank you everyone for sticking through with us for the movie for this long.
That went by in a freaking.
Yeah, it was just we were chatting and watching the whole thing. It was just like you're right, it went by really quickly.
I always feel like this movie's longer than it is for some reason.
It definitely doesn't have the slow feeling that the first Halloween and even kind of the first Friday does, where things are just kind of slowly building. Like this kind of is like it goes for a bit and then there's a kill, and it goes for a bit and there's a kill, and then it really kind of ramps up towards the end.
Yeah, it's got a great pacing to this movie. And yeah, it's got a really great pacing. What can you say?
Yeah,
it's a classic. It's still one of my favorite horror movies. Probably my favorite. That and Psycho. Usually, I can't leave Nightmare off my top 2. It's just I find it so unique, so good.
Yeah.
I love Nancy. I love the characters. I love everything that's going on in it. It's great.
Yeah, I love everything about Nightmare 1. I love Nancy. She's a perfect protagonist. Freddy, this is like the dawn of him being the evil bastard that he is, and it just gets like some of the later sequels, like Dream Child and Freddy's Dead, kind of loses that spark that these ones have. But yeah, Rashi says Freddy's Revenge was very important to me. Yeah, we all got it. I know what you mean. I ignore it in canon, but as a single, it's okay. Which one are you talking about, Red Rusty? Brett is a good sport. Yeah, Brett's a great guy. He'll suffer through it with me. He suffered through I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer with me.
Oh, God.
It was good. They all admitted they liked it better at the end, and I told them they would.
That's good. I'm not really big on 90s slashers. I've tried, man.
I'll see slashers is my heart and soul. I love slasher.
Yeah, you're like Matt. Matt, that's his thing, man. It's great. I kind of bounce all over the place when it comes to movies.
Like, I like supernatural horror and psychological horror and all that kind of stuff, but for me, if I could only ever watch slasher movies, I wouldn't be upset about it.
Yeah, I like last night I watched I did Over the Top with Beth from Red Rum Records.
Oh, right.
And we're both big Stallone fans, and we're both roughly the same age. So it was just a certain connection there, and we were just having a blast watching that movie. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it can be a lot of fun doing these watch parties, especially if you got the right people on. Like you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is fun. I love doing this.
Red Rusty was talking about the remake. Yeah, it's not canon to the main franchise anyway. It's literally the only one that's on its own.
The diner scene's quite good in the beginning.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah.
And that was all done after the movie was done. They went back and did a pickup shot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because they'd already had they were used to actually making the movie at that point, so they did a cool opening scene. You guys should watch Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street. It's Mark Patton's documentary about the LGBT themes in the second film and how it's affected him as an actor in the middle 80s. Yeah, that's actually on Shudder. I'm going to watch that. It's on my list of Shudder things to watch. Yeah, I definitely want to watch that. I think there's another Nancy one out, or Another My Name is Nancy, like a second one, isn't there as well?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the second one yet. Yes, I definitely need to check that out, Heather. Friday the 13th has like a really great documentary. I don't know if you guys have seen Crystal Lake Memories, but
Oh yeah, I'm giving it away on the Friday the 13th award show. It's going to be one of the prizes. The Friday the 13th Part 2 Steelbook will be a prize. This will be done through Instagram. Crystal Lake Memories. And I bought a Friday the 13th Part 3 NECA, and that's for you guys. Anybody who did a video and participated in the video, you guys are all going to be in a raffle.
Oh, I hope I win.
Yeah, and I'll pull. I got the Richard Brooker one because that's all they had. I said, I just need a Friday the 13th thing. Show me. What do I get? Because I already have them all. Except New Blood. I want to get the New Blood one.
My area doesn't sell any NECA. Like, we don't have Target or anything like that here. I suppose you wouldn't have Target there either, but...
I'll try and rig it. No, just no, but yeah. So anybody who does a video for me, not just the award presenters, I got other people who are going to be in it, but they're not presenting. They're doing just tiny things. Everyone's name's going in, and I'll write everyone's name down when I record my part, and I'm going to put you and we'll have a part in the show where we give away the prizes.
Right. Did you want to say a little bit more about your Friday the 13th awards that's coming up?
Yeah, guys, I'm prepping for a Friday the 13th award show. I still got to do some more. Follow me on Instagram right here. My name is Jason13. I'll be posting the nominees of each category. So what it's going to be like, guys, it's going to be like I'm going to be sitting here and I'm going to have guest presenters. So you'll see me just talking about the franchise. I go, okay, let's go head over to this person's channel, kind of thing. And it's just going to be like a little award show. It's not going to be live. It's going to be pre-recorded, but there'll be prizes. There'll be a little memorial to the people who passed away, like the actors. There's going to be like a little, there's going to be some tributes to the Final Girls and a lot of work I got to do. And once I get everyone's footage, I can start going to town on it. Because I edit, I don't know about you, Josh, but I edit linearly. I like to start from the beginning and I move this way. Because I find if I insert things, everything gets freaking screwed up, especially with an.
I'll do it two different ways, depending on how long. If it's a longer video, I'll do it linear. But if I have like a long swath of me just talking that needs to be edited, I actually do like to go from the back to the.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because if I've recorded, like, say, if I messed up like 5 times, or there's several different versions I want, usually the last take of me doing it is the one that's the best. So I'll listen to that one first, and then if that's the best one before like the next one or two before that, I'll just cut the rest and stick with that one, kind of thing. So it can save me a bit of time to work backwards. But with
something like this where there's so much footage, I think I want to just get everything done from the beginning to the end. And it's gonna be a lot of work, man. I don't envy me.
Oh yeah, you've got a lot of work coming up, but
it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a ton of work, and hopefully, and I want to get it done by August 13th, guys, is when I'll premiere it at 10 p.m. at night, which is going to be a huge day for everybody because that's going to be a big day on YouTube. But I got that coming up and still prepping doing little things right now for the Rocky review series in September, like prepping little intros, the thumbnails, just make sure so I may start recording those in the next couple of weeks. I'd like to get them all done, the recordings. And just edit for a month straight.
Oh yeah, once you get the recordings out of the way, you're pretty much smooth sailing from there anyway.
Yeah, so that's all. I got that stuff coming up. I just watched A Quiet Place 2 today, so I'm gonna try and record that tomorrow.
I would like to watch that tonight, actually.
And I'll be breaking down Dr. Loomis' speech. I'm gonna record that soon too. I'm gonna do like a scene breakdown.
Oh right, yeah, you've been doing a couple scene breakdowns, right? You just did one there.
I just did one, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed doing it. I felt
you did a full video for the second one, didn't you? That's what you did.
Yeah, and so I'm going to do Loomis's speech, then we're going to do Paul's speech on Friday too, the next week. I wanted to get that Loomis speech out this week, but I don't think it's going to happen. My wife's birthday's on Friday, so it's going to be pretty much spend time with the family all weekend. So, and I got so much streaming I'm doing, so the pre-recorded stuff's not coming quickly.
Yeah, I'm likely going to just do a live stream to catch up on the Fear Street stuff and all that I've missed since I've been away, because there's just so many things to do. I'm just going to do like a review stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red Rusty says Freddy 1 and 2 are in his top 10 favorite horror ever. Like, I can agree with that. They're both very good movies. Slashers is my bread and butter, but the 80s and 90s slashers are like salt and pepper, totally different. 80s horror is like my jam. It's I wish I could go back and live through the 80s and see everything coming out. Like,
it was awesome.
Really
I was just a little kid, but still, it was awesome. Like,
I'm jealous.
I like all the horror though. Like, I like the Critters and Night of the Creeps and Return of the Living Dead and all the Jason movies. Yeah, it was fun.
So jealous. The remake is only canon to Dead by Daylight. Well, I haven't played Dead by Daylight, so screw that game. I'm still loyal to F-13, the game. I did watch Scream Queen. It shocked me to the core. I'll have to watch that. Evil Brad, I have so many NECA, but I was absolutely stupid and opened them out of their packaging as a kid. Oh, yeah, mine are all in their packaging. But I mean, I might open mine eventually. I might open mine eventually.
I think they should. I think they should breathe. I got all the boxes right in front of me, actually.
Well, I don't plan on selling them, so I'll probably open mine eventually. The Ward Show sounds awesome. Yeah, he's been putting a lot of work into this, Red Rusty, so you should definitely check that out.
I haven't started the work yet. I gave everyone
gathering everyone's videos and doing.
I gave everyone a deadline. I've reminded a lot of people today. And I got a folder now. So the Horrors Talk Horror podcast sent me theirs, and no offense to anyone who gives me their footage, but these girls knocked it out of the park, man. They actually did. I don't want to say anything, but they did a really good job. And Beth at Red Rum Records, she actually edited the whole thing. I don't have to do anything to it.
Oh, great!
She actually decided to do her own edit because I gave you guys all the option. Do what you want. Right. And she actually she did her own editing. I was like, oh, that was easy.
That's perfect. Yeah, I remember asking you, and you were just like, "Oh yeah, no, to send it to me." So I didn't do. I don't think I did a whole lot to mine, but
yours was perfect. Like I said, I don't care how people do it. I want it to be like the way you guys want to do it. Like it doesn't. Yeah, you didn't have to reshoot it. People's Choice Awards too, guys. I didn't have no say in the winner.
Yeah, all by voting. Who do y'all think is the better Scream in Nightmare on Elm Street? Jesse in part 2 or Kristen in part 3?
Jesse.
Jesse. I would definitely.
He had a shrieking scream, man.
Yeah. Mark Patton. He's like right up there with. I would say Nancy's above him, but I really like him. I wish they'd brought him back for another Nightmare.
Absolutely.
Play both Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th. Yep. I'm going to try Dead by Daylight eventually, just haven't got around to it yet. Evil Bread. I still kept the boxes, but they're all in display cases. I have an entire horror living area set up. Well, that's pretty great. Even if I opened mine, I wouldn't get rid of the boxes. Love both F-13 the game and Dead by Daylight, but unfortunately F-13 the game is pretty much dead now. Yeah, it's slowly getting less players and harder to play, but honestly, I have fun just going in single player mode and killing counselors. So, Jesse. All right, we're getting close to 11 here. So, Jason, is there anything else that you would like to plug? Anything else upcoming you'd like to talk about?
No, not really. This fall, you know what? Just give me a follow on Instagram, guys, or come to the channel if you haven't already. I know a lot of you. We have a good time there. I do a lot of streaming too, guys. Like lately, there'll be a lot of streams. So I got T2 on Thursday with James Grimm. Unless something changes, everything is always subject to change. So come over there. And Sunday night, I have a show on an Alice Cooper ranking with Dan and Nick Cooling. Filthy Dan and Nick Cooling.
Okay. We've got Filthy Dan coming on for part 4.
Ooh, yeah. And obviously next Tuesday, I got Dial M for Murder. Hitchcock with a friend coming on. And yeah, it's all on my calendar on my phone. I do stay on track.
I haven't seen that one.
Either have I. It'll be a reaction, first time reaction. So. Oh, thank you, evil bread. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. And I do different stuff, guys. Like I'm really into action films, so you'll see that stuff come up a lot too. Like I'm really into Stallone, and then I like Rocky, and I like Friday the 13th, and I like the Planet of the Apes trilogy, which I'll be doing soon with Bretman, and I like a lot of stuff. That's gonna be all. So that's first week of August. Bretman's first watch, so we're doing them 3 in a row. We're gonna be doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night.
We're gonna, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna bang the whole trilogy out 1 week. Really early though, like 7 p.m. probably. Like, so it'll be early night, so I can talk about it. And
you guys are skipping the reboot.
Well, the Apes trilogy is its own trilogy. Like I'm talking the Rise.
Oh, you mean the new? Do you mean the new
The new ones. The new ones. Yeah.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
I should have thought about it. Yeah. I was
it's my
thinking
favorite trilogy of all time. So.
Yeah, I remember watching those as they came out, and I was just like, "Oh, CGI is so good."
It still is too.
Yeah. Red Rusty, great stream, kept me entertained. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Red Rusty. You're very active in the chat all night.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's always good in the chat rooms. Yes, thank you, buddy. And if you want to see more of me, I'm going to head over to Matt's stream. He gave me a link and the thing, so there's room for me. I'm watching them right now, kind of.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, we'll end this up. We'll end this so you can hop over into that. And thank you so much for everyone for joining us in the chat and giving us all your thoughts on the movie and just chatting with us in general, because that's the best part about doing these is getting to chat with all you guys. And a big thanks to Jason for coming on the channel. Yeah,
I love this movie, man. Thank you for having me on, and I'll get you on, and hopefully we can get you on in September, maybe October now, the way I'm filling up. So we'll see because of my new schedule. But we'll do Jurassic Park. That's what we'll do. We'll do a Jurassic. I haven't seen that movie in years, actually, so it'll be a fun one to do.
I definitely come on for Jurassic Park, and depending on who you have guests for the other ones, I'd come on for other ones too. Because my favorite one is probably the second one, but I'm not sure. I haven't rewatched them all back to back. And
the first one's my favorite. The first one I could see easily.
I love the first one. It's very close between 1 and 2 for me, for sure.
Yeah, we'll do that though. I'll try and hook that up.
Yeah, I agree. Any excuse to watch Nightmare on Elm Street is a good time. For me.
It's I hope we gave you guys a good enough commentary. I mean, sometimes it's hard with the chat going.
Yeah, it's hard to get talking and you look down. There's like 10 comments built up, and you're like, oh shit, like I missed a few. Night Red Rusty.
I don't know how McCrae does it on his movie watches. He's got like 150 people in the chat. I don't know how he.
It would be impossible to reply to everybody, but I definitely tried to get as many as possible.
Yeah.
And we watched a movie like back when I was first in a lot of their live streams. It was kind of more easy to chat with them, but right now they've had such a big influx of everyone coming to their live streams. It's just like their chat window is just going like crazy. I don't know how.
You know what? I think I would be happy at a max of 40 people. I think that would just be great to have 40 people show up That's a very comfortable room to do this stuff. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love this movie, man. It's always good to hang out with you, Josh, and do videos with you. It's
this is our like 4th or 5th video now or something like that. Yeah. First on my channel, but we've done a bunch of collabs in yours. I've got them all in my playlists. Yeah,
I like collabing. I think it's just more fun, really.
Especially when it's with a good movie like this and not a dud.
Yeah. Now Rocky, I'm going solo. That's something I want to do those reviews on my own. I want to.
I feel that.
Some of them like Conjuring. I didn't mind having people on. It was I thought that was just. I wanted to do a review series with people. So yeah, it's once I get that baby done, I can get that ranking done once I watch Conjuring 3. So,
I actually saw you were saying about the Rockies. I still have yet to see any of them. I saw Conjuring 3, but not the Rocky movies.
Oh, I don't. Where is it? I thought I had it here.
You're not spamming evil bread. Thanks for commenting as much as you are.
No, that's not spamming. Is when you want your question answered and you just can't.
No, it's
there'll be prizes for the Rocky review series too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm giving away a vinyl. I got the vinyl here. I don't know if you saw my stream, so I'll show you guys again. I'll be giving away this. Pick this up. The original vinyl and the box set. All 6 Rocky movies.
Yeah.
You have to comment on every review for the series. You have to comment on every one. I thought that was different, and I'm going to sign it too. And you have to. I want to see you share it on some kind of social media. If you don't have social media, I'll probably just take a comment. But like if you're not one who does social media, but I want to see either you could share it on your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook, through a group of some kind. It's going to be hard to share Rocky things around, so I'll take Instagram or just a comment probably, and I'll put anyone's name in the raffle for it. So I thought that'd be different.
If they really want to, the link to your Instagram is down below. The handle. Whoever wins it, I mean, they'll win it in a future video, but whoever wins it, they could just take a picture of themselves and send it right to you on Instagram if it wasn't too much of a big deal for them. But
yeah, but the main thing is, I think I want to see you comment. You don't even have to be a subscriber, to be honest with you guys. Just comment on the video. You can just say "Great work, Jay," or you can say "That was a lousy job." I don't care what you say. Really. I just thought the contest would be better if you did a comment and you do. I would like to see you share it. But I know some people aren't on social media, which I didn't realize. I thought everyone was on some kind of social media, so I didn't think that through really. But just Facebook, Instagram. But you know what? You comment, I'll be happy with that too, because that's important.
Yeah, I'm happy. Like Evil Bread was saying, sorry for spamming. Like, no, don't be sorry at all. I'm happy that all of you are commenting as much as you are. Like, it's so much fun getting to see everything you guys are saying. Red Rusty, I'm planning on doing the Alien Quadrilogy Director's Cut live, so I can do all 4 at one time.
Nice.
So you're going to be skipping Prometheus and Covenant, are you?
I like those both movies too.
I like them. I definitely enjoy 1 through 4 a lot more than Prometheus and Covenant, but I do like them for what they are.
I think Prometheus is like a perfect science fiction film.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's good.
I just love it.
When you're not thinking of it in terms of Alien just as its own thing, it's definitely a good science fiction movie.
Yeah, but Aliens is my jam, man.
I would have been doing a discussion on them.
That's great. That's all you need to do. I like film discussion. So, but anyways, guys, thanks for having me on. All you in the chat, you're awesome. Josh is a good content creator too, so keep coming here. Obviously, you guys watch his channel. There's some of you I've only met for the first time, I think. So, it's been awesome stuff. Awesome, dude.
Thanks, Jason. And you guys should make sure to subscribe to the J-Man's Movie Cave, because he makes a lot of great stuff over there too. A lot of great live streams, a lot of great collab videos, a lot of great pre-recorded videos.
We do try.
It's a lot of work, people.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
Any last comments? Love the new ones. And I was just doing the director's cuts of the 4, then I can do the 2 separately. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us both. And catch me next week for part 2 at Nightmare at Camp Blood, where I'll be watching Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge with Destiny and Chris. So stay tuned for that. Until the next one, have a good night, everybody.
See you guys. Cheers.